look who it is. Rev. So far the coast is clear. I don't see James lurking around anywhere over here. Anybody see James? It's very cold out here today. Hi Rev, what's poppin'? It just might be the two of us today, bro. I think it's too cold for people to join the show. I think the next person that comes in and says they're here should get a free iPad. Compliments of Rev. That would be so sweet of you, bro, to just buy a random person an iPad for watching the live show. Today, every person that comes in here gets $1. So far, it's $1. Rev, did you get a notification? Rev saying welcome. There's no one here. The only one that's going to show up today on a cold day like this is RJ, and that's because he's used to the Colorado winters. I never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. I never see you shine so bright. I never seen so many people ask you if you wanted to dance. Find a little romance, given half the chance. And I've never seen that dress you're wearing, or the highlights in your hair that make you laugh. I don't know the words. You're so fine. Your ass is nice. It looks like it's just the five of us. And I got a fan back there. Badass shorty right over there. In yellow. She's popping around. Now most of the time, she's still back there. Most of the time, they'll make another appearance. So keep your eye over here for shorty to pop up again. I've never seen that dress you're wearing, or the highlights in your hair before tonight. You shine so bright, lady in yellow. Oh, she's working around. She doesn't appear. She might be the only one out here who doesn't want to stab me. This could be the worst show of all time. I got 5 people in here. 3 of them are silent. Tori Day's in the house, so that makes it better. Tori Day is cold. Tori Day is from Buffalo. He's in the #1 band in Buffalo. So for him to drop by our little piece of crap show, that's a big deal. Hi, Tori Day. What's poppin'? I was going to start the news, but there's only 7 people in here. Did Tori Day hear my rendition of Lady in Red? It was quite awful. It was quite awful. And by the way, I got 2 of the best bass players on YouTube in here. I got Tori Day, and I've got the left-handed wonder kid, Rev. Rev, the lefty bassist. Should we do the news with 6 people in here? 1 person just left. They were so disgusted they left. Haunted Mansion. This is honestly the smallest crowd I've ever had. Let's keep it intimate. I tell you what, if we don't go over 10, I'm taking my shirt off. Haunted Mansion. This guy, $5.4 million mansion. I'm over here living in a damn shoebox. They're in a mansion, but I tell you all the time, money does not buy happiness. It rents it. This guy killed himself, his wife, and his 18-year-old daughter. And the mansion was foreclosed, bankruptcy, shock, and wealthy families murder, suicide. If you are getting everything you do have taken away from you, it's very easy to succumb to that depression and that hopelessness. 2 weeks ago, when I was $10,000 short of my payroll, I was sitting there thinking, God, I wish I was in a financial position to help people like this guy. Because when you're getting ready to have everything taken from you, and you don't have rent money, or you don't have food for your child, or Pampers, or whatever, I know there's this grabbing of your heartstrings, and you're worried, and it's horrible. It's horrific. I don't wish it on anybody. And if I hit the lotto, I'm going to be able to help a lot of people get rid of that feeling. That feeling is horrible. Look at this. It's SpaceX. That's a douchebag, what's his face? Elon Musk. He's sending another ship to outer space. Now this one's unmanned. It's going to be for several years, and it says it's a classified mission. What's that? I'm not going to do the migrant thing today, but they're coming. There's a whole bunch of them coming. I say God bless them. I get it. There's too many coming. I wish I could open up a country and put everybody there, and they had food, water, shelter, housing, love, and acceptance. But I don't have that power. You will never hear me say anything negative about some guy who hiked through the desert. See, these guys are not crawling over a fence in New Jersey. So when you say, look at those migrants, they didn't come here climbing over a fence. They got sent here from Texas and from Florida with the promises of jobs and this, that, and the other. And the governors of Florida says, not my football. I'm going to toss it to New York. It's a sanctuary city. I'm going to toss it to Chicago and San Francisco. And then they get here, and many of them are doing this, sleeping on the damn sidewalk. I was on the train last night, and one of the big things now is for the migrants to go from train to train carrying boxes of candy, M&M's, Tootsie Rolls, Starburst, chips. And so you see the women all the time with their children. Yesterday I'm in the train, and a 6-year-old, couldn't have been 6 or 7 years old, comes walking through the train. I'm looking around for the mom. I think the mom was on the other car, same train, but other car, because they can cover more ground. So they don't speak that. I can't imagine me, I don't speak Spanish, I can't imagine me getting dropped off in Guatemala and saying, all right, good luck. And I don't speak the language. A couple nights ago, there was 2 women from Venezuela on the corner here. They asked me for train information, but they couldn't even say hello in English. They had nothing. They didn't have one word, and I don't have Spanish other than ¿Qué pasa? Señorita bonita, ¿cómo está? And I used all those, and I had to call up my Spanish workers to translate on the phone. It took me an hour and a half to help these women get on the train. And then finally, because they didn't understand me, I didn't understand them, they were hungry, I gave them some of my McDonald's. And very nice ladies trying to find their way up to 125th Street from here in Midtown on a train. They have no idea. I even swiped them on. I even got them on the car. But they don't know where they're going. Finally, I see a Spanish guy. He comes walking down. I go, hey, ¿qué pasa? ¿Español? He said, sí. I said, oh, good. Can you help these ladies? He spoke Spanish, but didn't speak English. So there was no way for me to even, he's talking to them, but there's no way for me. I said, can you tell them the C train? C, yes, C, say C. I know, not C, like yes, C isn't. It was a nightmare. And I kept thinking, my God, there but for the grace of God go I. You drop me in Paris by the Eiffel Tower with no money and no friends and no connections, I'm going to starve to death under the Eiffel Tower because I don't know how to ask anybody directions. I don't know how to say, hi, how are you? ¿Cómo allez-vous? Pizza, you give me? I wouldn't know what to do. So when you see these guys, please show compassion and empathy. That would be nice. All right, let's get into the family of 3 found dead in a foreclosed $5.4 million home. Mass murder mansion. I think mass is with a period after it, so I think it's Massachusetts. Lost it all. Rakesh and Tina Kamal and their daughter, Ariana, beautiful family, 18, were discovered in their Dover, Massachusetts mansion Thursday after a family member swung by to check on them. A teenage girl and her parents were facing financial troubles. They were found dead in their $5 million plus mansion. And once you're that deep in there, I'm crying because I ain't got $1,200 for rent. I'm still $1,200 short of rent. I can't imagine what it's like having mortgages and your Mercedes and your business is failing. And I think the pain was probably overwhelming to him, and he did what a coward would do. And what I mean by that is, look, guys, I've spoken out on this many times. I don't want anyone to kill themselves. That's horrible. Please do not kill yourself. Reach out to me and get in my DMs, and we'll talk for hours. I don't know what I can do. I ain't got no money to give you. But if you are set on taking your own life, take your own life. Please don't take your wife and your daughter or your dog or your neighbor with you. Please. Speaking of pieces of shit, this guy been in and out of the clink with mental health issues, and let me tell you why I think he's a piece of shit. First of all, I don't take mental illness lightly, but the guy stabbed two girls, two teenage girls, a 14 and a 12-year-old, stabbed one in the back and one in the ass, and at Grand Central. Your whole life, your dream is to go to New York. You're so excited, you're telling all your friends on Instagram, I'm going to New York. Here's my picture. Here's me in front of the Statue of Liberty. You get to Grand Central, if you've never been there, it's all inspiring. It's got these monstrous roofs. It's just insane. If you go, first time you go to St. Patrick's Cathedral or Grand Central Terminal, and you look up, you go, wow. They went wow, and then some guy, some crazy moron, goes up and stabs them. Okay, he's arrested. He's taken to Rikers Island, which is the most notorious jail in New York City, one of the most notorious jails in America. He's taken to Rikers Island. He's there an hour and a half, and he stabs an inmate. He's what's called a $1.50. If you don't know what a $1.50 is, I'm telling you now. I'm going to give you some street lingo. A $1.50 is a scar from here to here. They take anything sharp, a toothbrush filed down, a pencil, a razor. This happened to be a ceramic blade. He could have got it from a food tray or a fork, whatever. He took it and gave him what's called a $1.50. The reason they call it a $1.50, it's short for 150, which means 150 stitches. You ever walking around New York and you see a brother with a scar from here to here? He was in Rikers and he got himself a $1.50. Very, very common now. I'm too pretty. I can't get a $1.50. I ain't breaking no laws. Anyway, he stabbed the guy within an hour of being there. Amazon driver beaten. I don't even know why this makes the paper. That's a very common occurrence out here, unfortunately. Disturbing video shows a black Amazon delivery driver in Texas being savagely assaulted by two white women inside a luxury building. One of them accused her of being a thief. So I saw the video. It is pretty horrific. I don't know that they beat her like they're saying. The Amazon driver was told on the instructions not to leave it in the lobby, but take it to the door of the luxury, inside the luxury apartment building. He's walking down the hallway, and this woman runs up and says, white woman, runs up and says, "You're a package thief." And she goes, "I'm just working for, you're stealing packages." They jumped her, and I believe, honestly, I believe these women, these white women who attacked this black driver should get 10 years in prison each for racism, for assault, and for getting in the way of her civil rights, stomping on her civil rights. Jemiah Miller was out on delivery, in Meade at Oak River apartment complex near Houston. She was buzzed into the building by a resident. Once she was in the building, the same resident told her she was not supposed to be there. The one who buzzed her in said, "You're not supposed to be there." Hi, Husky. Husky 707. Guys, look at my handsome nephew. That's my handsome nephew. He's, after me, the most handsome Bowen there is. Way more handsome. That's my brother's youngest. He's way more handsome than my brother. That's Jake the Snake. What's poppin'? You guys can follow him on his, how he changed his Instagrams and YouTube so much, I can't even keep up with him. But he's got a really great, beautiful, beautiful husky. And you could, I mean, one of the most beautiful dogs you've ever seen in your life. And you can see him on his YouTube channel. He's a man. I love you, Jake. Anyways, once she was in the building, the same resident told her, "You're not supposed to be here." Another woman showed up, and they started punching. David Young's in the house. What's up, Playboy? Thank you, Rev. Thank you so much, Rev. In a TikTok video posted by the Amazon worker. So the Amazon worker's like me. When I got almost murdered over here, I filmed the guy murdering me. This TikToker was for her own smart, very smart. Now it's no longer her word against them. Black woman delivering a package. Her word might not weigh as much in Texas as two white luxury women in a luxury building, unfortunately. But that video does. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, a video's worth 10 million. A TikTok video posted by the Amazon worker. A woman is heard saying, "We've had thieves here, and you're a thief." Miller then says, "Excuse me, don't touch me," as the other woman threatens to call security. She was hitting me with her phone, making all sorts of claims, and she also literally prevented me from going anywhere. That's called kidnapping. It was the scariest thing because I didn't know how it was going to end. A doorman arrived and de-escalated the situation. Houston police are investigating. And it says here, once it was heard what happened, Senator Ted Cruz gave the two women an award for heroism. That was my racist joke of the day for Senator Ted Cruz. Douche. Ted Douche. Cop slay killer. The MTA police officer shot and killed a man in Queens on Friday night. An individual approached two MTA cops near Jamaica Station, that's in Queens, told them they were the victim, told them they were the victim of a crime. I don't know what that means. The person went up to the cop and said, "I'm a victim of the crime." The person led the officers to the suspect who allegedly flashed a firearm at the cops. You're a moron, bro. You're going to flash a gun at New York City cops? You might as well flash it at Chicago cops while you're at it, because you're getting got. I can tell the guy is telling his partner, "Let's de-escalate this. It's just a suspect right now. Oh shit, he got a gun. Let's shoot him." You pull a gun on a cop in New York, I can't speak for everywhere, but in New York, they're going to get you. And then when you're on the ground shot, they're going to kick you. The suspect was struck in the head. A shootout erupted. The suspect was struck in the head. He was taken to a local hospital in critical condition and later died from his injuries. Photos showed appeared to be an automatic weapon. The guy's got himself a damn Uzi. And on his hat it said "killer." He should have changed it to "killed." Killer got killed. I'm not making light of that. I'm just saying, you don't pull a gun on cops. This is a great story. This man right here saved this woman from the horrible killing on October 7th in Israel. He shielded her, he saved her from Hamas. She would have been taken in those trucks, into those tunnels, raped, and he actually saved her. Natalie Sandajahi of Long Island hugs her 10-7 rescuer, Moshe Salih, and points around the site at the music festival where the man drove truckloads of people, partiers, to safety. So he didn't just save her, he saved a bunch of people. A regular Schindler's List right here. God bless him. God bless him. Okay, this is crazy. I heard about this last night. Bottle toss brats hurt gal below. Guys, we've all been kids. You're up on a highway You're like, wonder what would happen if I throw rocks at those cars driving by. Me and Ray Randall did it on Air Base Parkway. We threw rocks at cars driving by, and a car pulled over. It was an airman. He chased us and caught us. An airman caught us both and took us to Ray Randall's mom. Throwing rocks from the bushes. There's a car. Let's throw a rock at it. The guy stopped. I go, oh shit, we didn't have a plan B. Why are we throwing rocks at cars? Well, these two morons, and they're young. They're young morons. Two youngsters chucked glass bottles of alcohol from the 32nd floor of a hotel in Times Square, right down the block from my house. It's actually 8th Avenue and 44th. They temporarily had to close the street down. Cops are gonna. It's 32nd floor, bro. That's 1/3 of the Empire State Building. That's a lot. That's crazy. 32nd floor. People are dots from the 32nd floor. The culprits, a 12-year-old girl and her 11-year-old friend, were staying with their guardian at the Intercontinental New York Times Square Hotel on 44th and 8th, between 8th and 9th. When they pulled the stunt, the 12-year-old was charged with reckless endangerment, and the juvenile, the little 11-year-old, got nothing. Am I wrong? I don't have kids, but am I wrong to think that the guardian should be able to punch them each once? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't have kids. You threw a bottle. Now, you're 11, so you cannot be arrested, but I am allowed to punch you once. That's crazy, right? I apologize. Let me take that back. All right. No comment, said one of the guardians when it reached in their hotel room. The 24-year-old woman suffered severe cuts to her head and was taken to Bellevue Hospital in stable condition. Bro, I don't care if you drop these little piece of shit glasses off the 32nd floor. It hits somebody, it's going to do damage. They threw bottles. When reached by phone, the guardian said, I feel sad that they threw the bottles, not because it hurt people, but because a hotel, bottles cost a lot of money. This girl throwing bottles from the minibar. She threw $8,000 worth of bottles, and that was 3 bottles. All right, that wasn't. I don't have the joke thing. J-Lo. I'm still Jenny from the block. Look at J-Lo. You go, girl. Sunday for Ab Fab J-Lo. Russia unleashed the worst bombing since the beginning of the war yesterday, killing lots of people in the Ukraine. After 2 years of war, yesterday was their most bombing they had done. They went ballistic. Murderous Putin. Now, guys, I believe that Putin should be apprehended for war crimes. I believe he should be put to death in prison, just like Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi and Omar Barak, or whatever the guy. Don't get me started. I know that Gaddafi. People on the street took care of him. Jessica's calling. Jessica, leave me alone. Fine ass Jessica's calling. I believe that Putin should be dealt with, but if I turn a bad ball down a mine shaft, it was Putin. In fact, I'm taking it back. I don't think Putin did nothing wrong. I don't want no static with Putin. Fisherman ice rescue. You could do that literally right here. That's how cold it is right now. More than 120 fishermen were rescued after they became stranded on an ice floe that broke loose from Minnesota. Minnesota gets cold. They got some big ass lakes in Minnesota. I think they got the 7 lakes. One's called Lake Superior. One's called Big Ass Lake. The anglers became stuck after a large chunk detached from the main ice on the upper Red Lake, a popular ice fishing destination. I ain't trying to walk out on the ice, bro. I ain't doing it. Maine. First it was Colorado, and now it's Maine. They said, we're taking Donald Trump off the ballot. Now listen, I despise Trump. I think he's the worst human being on the planet. That's me. You can like him. I'm not hating on you for liking him. But I don't believe he should be taken off the ballot until found guilty. He has 91 felonies. Charlie Manson had 4. He's got 91 felonies, but he has not been convicted in a court of law for the insurrection that I believe he caused. But it doesn't say that in the Constitution. It says anybody who causes. And I think if you watch the video and you hear the words and you see all the rhetoric and all the lies about the election, then you would agree that he caused it. Unless you're a Trumper, you're going to say, you didn't. You didn't. Those were just tourists. Those were Antifa. Donald Trump has been charged. He has not been convicted, but he's been charged. He's been arrested 4 times. I don't think you charge for the insurrection. I think you charge for the... he's been charged for falsifying documents. He's been charged for stealing the documents from the White House. He was charged for... the third one was for shoplifting at Kmart. I don't believe anyone. I believe you have the right to a trial, and we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be very hard to nail him down for 91 felonies. I think they're going to get him with 12. And he earned them all. Look at this. Anybody know who that is? This sexy, sultry lady that's 80-year-old. Come on, help me out here. Martha Stewart. I had her on my show. You saw her on my show. Because he caused an insurrection. And who's they? Just cheeky, just so I know, who's they? You think it's Biden doing this? Or you think it's the Supreme Court of Colorado, the Supreme Court of Maine? And there's going to be about 10 or 12 other places that follow. I can't imagine anybody saying that he didn't cause an insurrection. I love you too. I never judge anybody because they follow Trump. I have 2 brothers and a sister, all Trumpers. I am not. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see me calling Trump a creep back in 2012 when I first got on Facebook because of the horrible stuff he's done in New York, the racism, the sexism, the just horrible, horrible human being. My opinion. What do I know? It's no booger Friday. No booger. Catholic school teacher, by the way, he was a Democrat for 60 years. Oh, I'm pro-choice. Oh, woman has a right. She has her absolute right. I am 100% pro-choice. He runs, I'm pro-life. I'm a Christian. If you can find a picture of him in a church before he became president, I'll give you $5,000. I've looked. I Googled him. He's a Christian. I apologize. Don't get me started. If you have kids, I really would love for you to look at this. And I wanted these, so I'm sure a lot of kids wanted these. These are those magnetic balls. And you can make things with them. You stick them together. Well, they're being recalled, I think, because kids are swallowing them. Magnetic ball sets sold online by Walmart have been recalled for being an ingestion hazard. When you're a kid, you're like, these balls are fun. Let me swallow one. Yesterday I was on the YouTube about a kid who put one of those little small watch magnets in his ear to see what would happen. He almost died. Kid toy magnet ball recall. I don't think young children should have anything they could swallow. Kid killer, Colorado mom on the run. There she is. She's on the run. A 35-year-old Colorado mom. RJ, keep your eyes open. She's here. She's on the lam after she allegedly murdered 2 of her own children. Tried to kill a third who was left wounded and in shock. Colorado Springs police officers responded to report of a burglary of Kimberly Singer, Palomino Ranch Point. When cops arrived, they found Singer and her 11-year-old daughter, both of whom were wounded. Police said they also made the grisly discovery of the bodies of a 9-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son. Singer and her daughter were treated at the scene and then transported to local hospitals. So the cops get there. They find a dead boy, 7 years old. It's no Earwax Friday. They find a dead 9-year-old daughter. The mother and the other surviving daughter are wounded. So they help them and they take them to a hospital. I think afterwards they probably realized that they were in on it. RJ's got an exclusive there. We're 10 minutes from Springs. Look at that. It's probably a big story out there, I'm sure. Her and her daughter were treated at the scene and then transported to local hospitals. The mom was allowed to leave the hospital because she was considered to be a victim. Denver 7 reported that the investigation determined the initial report of a burglary was unfounded and the mom did it herself. The surviving daughter was snitching. She was like, yo, my mom did it. They're like, oh, yo, we let her go. She went out to Walmart to get a pack of smokes. She ain't coming back. Babysitter stabs 2 tots. Guys, I try to teach stuff on this channel, and we have the same pattern over and over and over again. I don't have kids, but if I did, I'd be very, 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 very careful with my babysitter. A suburban Chicago woman has been charged in horrific knife attacks against 2 young children she was babysitting, which left them covered in blood. I'm going to assume they're alive because they would have said they were dead in the first sentence. Jessica Kuchukus, 51, is accused of repeatedly stabbing the girls ages 1 and 4. There's a special place in hell for this piece of garbage. Hi, Mighty. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Frank. Jennifer Cuchlil, 51, accused of repeatedly stabbing the girls 1 and 4 on November 17th. Police responded about 5:15 to the call about a suicide attempt by... Listen, kill yourself. Don't kill the children. Kill yourself. Cop is in the hospital after a stolen Porsche ran him over. 3 police officers, 3 cops were hospitalized overnight when a 19-year-old suspected car thief rammed a stolen Porsche into them during the chase. Okay, I'm telling you what happened right now. I wasn't there. Hi, Bone Man. Hi, Gina. God bless you. The guy steals a Porsche. He runs into 3 cops. They know he's 19, so they caught him. I haven't read the story yet. I promise you, he got the whooping of his life. You heard a New York City cop, and there ain't no cameras around, they'll get you back. They're going to take you on a ride to the precinct down the back alley. And if you trip on your way into the car or out of the car, or you get a concussion, that wasn't the cops. O'Reilly, do you know what happened to the suspect? Sarge, I think he fell down a flight of steps. What about you, Ramirez? I saw him. I think he fell down steps also. Well, how'd you get them cuts on your hand, Ramirez? I'm a boxer. I was at the gym. But that was... Believe me, this kid got took. He ran over 3 cops. He's going to be in the hospital. So let's continue. The incident began unfolding around 8:40 p.m. Thursday at 34th Street, 40th Avenue in Astoria, Queens, where cops responded to a report of a stolen car. Officers spotted the white Porsche Panamera and tried to pull it over. The luxury car with the hefty price tag of 100 racks then turned up in Coney Island in the Bronx, where the driver, identified as Anikia White, allegedly struck an officer near the intersection. He then slammed the Porsche into the NYPD vehicle, injuring 2 more cops. He then fell down 5 flights of stairs. This is sad. I read about this all the time. Plane hitcher. Someone hitching a ride on a plane clings to life. A stowaway Now, a lot of times these guys will escape. Let's say they're leaving Somalia or they're leaving Vietnam or they're leaving. They see a plane and they go up and they climb up the wheel well. The plane is sitting on wheels, and then the plane takes off, and then the wheel comes up, and usually it'll crush them, or almost even worse is that it doesn't crush them, and then they're flying in the plane. Guys, when you're on a plane, you're depressurized or pressurized. So you're nice and warm in your cockpit, but if you're underneath where the cargo is, it's below zero. You're going 600 miles an hour in the winter in the air, and you freeze to death. A stowaway was left in a critical condition with hypothermia. That means it was cold. After being found in a landing gear bay of an Air Algérie plane in Paris. The man, believed to be in his 20s, was discovered by the maintenance workers after the flight from Algeria, landed in the French capital Thursday morning. An airport official said the man had no ID on him. He was alive but in life-threatening conditions. I'm cold just sitting here. Here it says Elon Musk is still a douche. First of all, there's no need for that kind of talk. I don't think that. Why they would put that in there, that's a little uncool to me. Tomorrow, guys, is my Super Bowl. Tomorrow. So this week, I've probably made at least I'm not even kidding, 5,000. I'm not exaggerating. At least 5,000 phone calls. Because I have to have employees at every location I do. And it's New Year's. When we hire you, we say, hey, first of all, do you steal? No? Great. Do you sexually assault people? No? Great. Also, can you work New Year's? Because those are the 3 things you need to do if you want to get hired. And New Year's is the big one. Everybody has to work. Because right now I have like 19 locations. And typically on a Saturday night, all 19 are open. But two workers here, maybe 3 here. It's like 40 workers. On New Year's, every location wants 5, 6, 7, 8 people. So it's like 140 people. I got to go from 40 or 50 people to 140 people. I'm calling up people I ain't talked to in 11 years. Billy, hello? Hey, man, it's Bob. Who? It's Bob. Bob who? Bob from Kochek? Oh, shit, Bob from Kochek. My God, I haven't seen you since 1996. How are you? Oh, I'm great. I'm really good. I just called to see how you're doing. How's your mom? Oh, your mom died 11 years ago? I am really sorry to bring that up. How's your kids? Oh, they're 45 years old now? Oh, that's great. Hey, by the way, I just called to see how you're doing. Also, do you need work for New Year's? I'll pay you cash. Anybody here in New York, call me. Still got about 4 spots open. Sugar Bay, can you get on a plane and get out here right away? I'm going to do the Wheel of Deal. I'm going to do it right now. I'm only doing it 3 times. So don't even send in your request because I'm just doing the Wheel of Deal. Whatever it lands on. Fate. This is God talking right here. That is Gemini. It's the Wheel of Deal. Gemini. The message of the stars for the last weekend of the year is that you are allowed to relax. In fact, the universe is demanding that you slow down, enjoy the moments, take your foot off the gas, and ease up a bit, at least for now. I'm going to be going hard. We've got a monster party in Times Square. I have 3 of my locations in Times Square this year. I've got 12 people at Margaritaville. I've got 10 people at the Hard Rock. And I have 10 people at Dream Midtown, which is on 55th Street on Broadway. So you will see me running around. I'll try to go live like I did the last couple of years for the ball drop. Last year I was the only YouTuber in Times Square on the skyscrapers. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Where she stops, nobody knows. Libra. It's Pisces. Pisces. You will be arrested at 4:30. That sounds very specific. I don't know. Is there a Pisces in the house? You're about to be arrested, so It says clean your hard drives and throw out all of your methamphetamines. Cops are coming. Oh boy, Sugar Bay. Girl, cops are coming. I ain't saying nothing. I don't know nothing. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. All right, Pisces. What happens this weekend will bring the old year to a satisfying close and set you up for an amazing start to 2024. Never doubt that the universe is on your side, and never doubt that your life is, was, and always will be on an upward curve. On another note, you go, girl. I don't know why they wrote that. That must be for Sugar Bay. It says you go, girl, right there in big ass writing. Last but not least, round and round, where she goes. I say Sagittarius. I don't know why. What did it say? What did it say right there? Somebody better go buy some lotto tickets. If I had money, I'd buy some lotto tickets. By the way, tomorrow I'm going to trim all the gray out. I'm going to go with the 70s gay porn star look. Like, I'm going to be the cop from the Village People. I'm going to trim it up, look good. Who knows? Maybe I'll meet a nice fella. Sagittarius. If I could just meet a woman who looks like a fella, I'll have the whole... no, sir, I'm not interested. Thank you. I'm just playing around. Sagittarius, keep routine tasks to a minimum this weekend, because the more of an effort you make, the less you are likely to accomplish. Instead, see out the year with family and friends and celebrate the good times you had together. Isn't that great? I'm doing a bonus. One last month, because some of you are sitting home going, damn it, he didn't call mine. I never get called. This is it. This is for all the marbles. Where it stops, nobody knows. This is where it's going to go. Cancer. I have the cancer. According to Joe, if you give or get blowjobs, you will get cancer. According to Joe. A New England study says if you get blowjobs, you will die. I go, it's kind of worth it, I think. I don't know. Maybe. Again, sir, not interested. I just want to tell you right now, I am. No thank you, sir. Cancer. You can be quite vulnerable to criticism, and a negative comment from a friend could send you into an emotional tailspin this weekend. That isn't the best way to end the year. So toughen up, believe in yourself, and ignore what other people say about you. I'm probably the most sensitive loser of all time. My friend John, my business partner John, 30 years. I used to tell people, hi, how are you? This is my partner John. I go, oh, no, a business partner. Not partner. Yeah, just strictly business. We'll be on the phone sometimes. John's bald. So, we start talking about stuff. I go, fuck off, Baldy. You bitch. You're this, you're that. You're a piece of crap. And then one time, he just takes it and laughs. He doesn't care. And one time he goes, look, you're fat. I go, wait, hold it. Dude, that hurts my feelings, man. He goes, dude, you've been calling me Baldy and douchebag for years. I called you fat one time. I go, no, I know, but you crossed the line there. That hurts my heart. I'm big bones. And most of my bones are in my stomach. We're going to do the birthdays. Guys, on this channel, I don't care what size you are. Small, big, large. I've been them all. Right now, I'm a mediocre. I lost 169 pounds, I think, before the pandemic. And I put on at least, I can't even look at the scale. I think I put on about 80. But I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I don't care what size you are. I just want you to be happy and healthy. And take it from there. So birthdays, I see patterns. I always see patterns. This is a pattern to me. Look at this. Today's birthday, LeBron James. So you're saying, okay, let me keep an eye on this guy. Lurking around back there. So LeBron James' birthday, but guess who else's birthday it is? Tiger Woods. It's Tiger Woods and LeBron James. And in their fields, many would say the great Tiger Woods is considered the greatest golfer who ever lived. Unless you like Jack Nicklaus or the other ones. Jack Nicklaus or the other golfers. And of course LeBron James. Many people call him the GOAT. I don't. Oh, that's great. Look at that. Liberal Lily lost 20 pounds since stopping regular soda. So I was a big soda guy, and I stopped sodas, but I went to Coke Zero. And I love me some Coke Zero. To me, it's like heroin. But not as good as heroin, but pretty close. Nothing's better than Coke Zero and a shot of heroin and a shot of Coke Zero. But I do like my Coke Zero. It tastes the closest ever to diet. I can't drink a diet soda. I did have a glass of water about 3 months ago. Not bad. Not bad. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese. The ladies call him Black Tie. Tyrese Gibbons went on to be a huge movie star. You mostly know him from the Fast and the Furious franchise. I think he was in every movie. But when he first came up, I had the chance to manage him. I was a big shot at Motown. His mom was there. He had a Pepsi commercial. I don't know if you've ever seen Tyrese. If you don't know Tyrese, Tyrese can sing his ass off. Black Tie. That's his name, Black Tie. Anyways, Tyrese can sing. I mean, the brother can sing. He's world class. His albums are amazing. He was a 15 or 16-year-old kid. He had a commercial for Pepsi. And I was managing a lot of people back then. And his mom came in and we got to talking. And she goes, my baby, he's on and it was a big commercial. He was on a bus singing, yeah, I love my Pepsi, yeah. And better than me, a little better than me. And we talked all night, and she gave me her number, and I think cell phones were pretty new. I had a cell phone, and I gave her mine, and I had no desire to manage some kid who had a Pepsi commercial. He did pretty good without me. Usher was another one. He had a song, You Make Me Want to Lose the One I'm With, Start a New Relationship. He's another one who used to hang around, wanted to be managed. Nope. And then Yellow Wolf. Yellow Wolf is a Eminem type of rapper, but very, very good as far as white rappers go. Those are the birthdays that we do not celebrate death on this show unless it's Hitler or Ted Cruz. Those are the only two. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. But we do celebrate their lives. Barbara Walters, affectionately known as Baba Wawa. If you watch Saturday Night Live, Barbara Walters broke all the glass ceilings. Believe it or not, in the 70s, all men. All men. This is Harry Reasoner with the news at 9. This is Donald, whatever they always had these big guys. Walter Cronkite with the... And she was the first one who really went out there and did it. Big, huge shout out to a trailblazer. Barbara Walters, met her. Very, very lovely woman. Sonny Liston, the bear. Sonny Liston was the most gangsterous boxer who ever lived until he ran into a young Cassius Clay, then Muhammad Ali. And then, of course, does anybody know who Dawn Wells is? Dawn Wells. Met her. Had a great interaction with Dawn Wells. Anybody know who Dawn Wells is? She just died a couple years ago. I'm not going nowhere until someone tells me who Dawn Wells is. Rev has to ruin the show again. He ruins it. I was going to give everybody a new computer, but Rev has a new computer, so he doesn't. But Rev, you are correct. It is Marianne. I'm going to tell the story one last time before we get out of here. I'm at Planet Hollywood. The year's around 1993. I'm a bathroom attendant, but I also am getting ready to start owning all the bathrooms at Planet Hollywood around the country. My gimmick, my stick, would be to tell the tourists who come to my bathroom They walk in, I go, hey, how are you? Welcome to Planet Hollywood. I'm standing there by the sinks. Bathroom attendants stand there against the wall. You got a soap dispenser in your hand, you got paper towels in the other. They walk by, they take a pee, they come back, and here's your soap, sir. Here's your paper towels. You having a good day? What did you do while you came to New York? Where are you from? Making all the small talk so you can get that tip. We didn't get an hourly salary, we just got tips. So I wasn't good at it. Hi, how are you? Do you like the Yankees? Because I think Reggie Jackson's pretty great. And my other guys, they were great. Where are you from? Ah, Canada. My friend's from Canada. I wasn't good at that. So I latched onto this thing where I would tell them when the celebrities were in. That was my way. I'm going to tell you about a celebrity. I hope that this person tips me now. Someone would come in. I go, hey, how you doing? You having a good time? Where are you from? Oklahoma. Hey, Al Pacino's upstairs. When you get to the top of the stairs, turn left. No, yeah, you're eating chicken fingers. Go to the top, turn left, but don't shoot. I'm not supposed to say nothing. I threw that on there, so of course they wanted me to say something, but I throw that on there to make it sound like, but you're special. You're special. That's like when you go to buy a fake Louis bag in Times Square, and you say, how much? You go, for you? For you, though. $80. But because it's you. Because the guy I don't know, I'm giving you. So I would say to them, I go, like Whoopi Goldberg? Oh, I love her. She's upstairs. Get to the top, turn right at the motorcycle. She's in the back. She's a lovely lady. Go take a picture. So that was my thing. So one day, the guy comes in, he goes, oh my God, Gilligan's upstairs. I go, wow, Gilligan's upstairs? Yeah, Gilligan and Mary Ann are here from Gilligan's Island. I go, oh, that's fantastic. I didn't see him. Okay. Hi, sir, how are you? Where are you from? Oklahoma. Oh, it's wonderful. Here's your soap, sir. Paper towel. Did you see the Statue of Liberty? Yeah, it's a lot smaller in person. Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you like Gilligan's Island? Mary Ann, Gilligan are upstairs. Don't say. No. So I did that for about an hour. Then this guy comes in. A young guy and a very elderly man. A very large elderly man. Looked like Bill Clinton with his red face and white hair, but throw another 100 pounds on Bill Clinton and age him by 30 years. The guy comes in. Hi, sir, how you doing? Here's your soap, here's your paper towels. Where you from? Wisconsin, never been. I like the Packers, though. Good team this year. And then, so I give him the soap and stuff. I go, hey, guys, Gilligan and Mary Ann are upstairs. They didn't do what everybody else did. They didn't go, wow, really? They looked at me all crazy. And then the kid, not kid, he's probably 30, probably the guy's son, turns to me and goes, do you know who he is? And I'm this far from the old man's face. I look him dead in his face. I go, nope, never heard of you. Kind of just a banter. Said you're from Wisconsin. I don't know. And he got really flustered, the old man. Took his paper towels. And the guy goes, no, he's grabbing the kid, 30-year-old guy, and he's kind of dragging him out of the bathroom. Well, what the hell's his problem? As soon as the bathroom door opened for them to walk out, some guy was standing there for an autograph. He goes, Professor! Oh my God, I loved you on Gilligan's Island. And dude, water ran down my tear ducts. I was humiliated, embarrassed, mostly because I hurt him. I hurt the professor so deeply. I'm 2 inches from his face, telling him it's the greatest show in the world. I saw every episode. And by the way, Professor was one of my favorites. I loved him. He was so handsome, and he always had on those khaki pants with the white button-up or the light blue button-up shirt, and always pristine, and he could make a coconut into a radio. The professor was the man. I loved him. Never heard of you, I said to him. As soon as that door opened, I'm sitting there going, took his paper towel, threw it in the garbage, all pissed off, and what's his problem? Professor! Oh my God, Professor, can I get a picture? And I'm like, oh. First of all, it's not the Russell professor you knew from the show. He had brown hair, he was all skinny and 25 years old. He's an 80-year-old, very large guy, curmudgeon of a man. I never forgave myself. That happened in like 92 or 93, probably 93. I still have never forgiven myself. I felt horrible. When he died, I was like, oh my God, it's my fault. I felt horrible. He was way bigger than the skipper ever was. But remember, it's at that time, Gilligan's Island was out in like 68 or 70. At that time, it was 90. So he had been off the show 25, 30 years. Absolutely humiliated. I felt absolutely horrific and horrible. I still do. I have a million celebrity stories. I'm going to start doing celebrity stories again. Some of them I think you guys will like. I have some really good ones. But I'll never forgive myself for crushing the spirit of the professor. Guys, it's a new year. It's a perfect opportunity to turn over a new leaf. You're smoking, you want to stop? Stop smoking. Look what Valerie did. Cool. That's very, very cute, Valerie. I like it. Stop smoking? You want to cut down on your porn? Not all the way. Yeah, well, come on. You want to be kinder and nicer to people? I promise you it will really lift yourself up. It'll make you feel better about you and feel better about them. There are a lot of things I need to change, and every year I say I'm going to, and every year I don't. This year I would like to hope that going into this year I'm going to be better with my money. I'm going to be better at helping people. I live to help people. And that's what I really want to focus on this year. I want to be a better person. And those are my goals. I don't smoke. I do very little porn. I don't gamble. W.C. Fields once said, I spent half my life and half my money on women and gambling. And the other half I wasted. W.C. Fields. I spent half of my money of my life on women and gambling, and the other half I wasted. Love that guy. Please be kind and loving to each other. Let's pray for peace. That's a wonderful, Valerie again. You go, girl. It's a wonderful sentiment. Praying for peace all around the world. Praying for homeless and the less fortunate. Praying for every man, woman, child, and animal. When I go to bed every night, I say, Lord, please forgive me for the sins that I have committed, and give me the strength, the courage, and the wisdom not to commit those same sins again tomorrow. If I'm going to sin tomorrow, let them be new sins. Don't let them be the same ones I did today. As a Christian, I get a get out of jail free card. Let's keep an eye on this guy, right? I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he could be a cop. Lord, please forgive me for the sins I have committed. Help me to be a better person today than I was yesterday. And please bless every man, woman, child, and animal on the planet. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I love you all very much. Happy New Year. I will be tomorrow working my ass off. And hopefully I'll be able to do something with you or for you then. I love you all. God bless you. Thank you so much. And Rev, thank you for everything you've done for the channel. You have been selfless, and I really respect you and care about you a lot. Thank you so much. God bless you guys.